Believe it or not, I had recorded a different message for Youth Day and the week that we celebrate Youth Day. And I just went through today and I realized, oh, what a load of hogwash. Saying the same thing, pleasantries that actually don't exist. So let's just talk about it. The truth is, we're living in a day where over 55% of young people that should get a job, could get a job, are unemployed. We're living in a day where you walk out of varsity with a degree, but you're not able to get a job. We're living in a day where the extensive violence against women and children in particular is out of control. So as we celebrate Youth Day, it's a little bit of a contradiction. Because what in the world are we celebrating? Being a young person in this country almost feels like a death sentence. You're designated to not succeed. You're designated to become a statistic. And it's really nothing to celebrate. We don't have control of our lives. It almost feels like we are slowly but surely reliving the lives that our parents lived. It looks like slowly but surely we're being destined to the same outcome that our fathers, our grandfathers, and them before had. Yes, we are free. We're in a new South Africa. But our end is looking dimmer and dimmer. So, no, this is not a time to celebrate. Not even in the slightest bit. I want to speak to all the young people out there, whether you're young by age, as in under 35, or young in heart. I want to speak to you today. There is something that those young people did in June 16 in 1976. They lived in a regime that was oppressing them, that was oppressing their fathers and their mothers. Having imposed past laws on their parents that restricted movement. Here, this government was now saying to all the young black children that one, you will have a certain type of education that destines you to be a slave. And two, you will learn in your master's language because you just deserve to serve them. And these young people looked to the status quo. They looked to their parents. They looked around them and they realized nobody is coming. There is no one coming to save us. No one is going to help us because everyone else is answering their own questions. Everyone else is struggling. And I want to say to us young people, as we commemorate June 16 this Monday, and for the rest of this week, as we go through all the pleasantries and celebrations, I want to say the time for our revolution has come. This is the time for young people to take a hard look around them and realize nobody is coming, baby. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to give you a better life. It is not that boy. It is not some sugar daddy. It is not some sugar mama. It is not the government. It is not a job. It is not anyone or anything. Do you know where your salvation will come? It will come from you. Do you know where the life you deserve to lead will come? It will come from you. Do you know the manifestation of your hopes, dreams, desires, and your talents being used is going to come from? It's going to come from you. Do you know the opportunity to make wealth and live the life that you want? Do you know where that's going to come from? It's going to come from you. Today, I want to call on you to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. Nobody is listening. Today, I want you to rise up and say, you know what? I'm going to create the life that I want and the life that I deserve. Like those young people in 1976, I want you to stand up and say, enough is enough. I want you to give notice on your circumstance. I want you to march against anything that tries to stand in your way. I want you to rise up against any voice that says you should behave this way or that. I want you to stand up against laziness, to stand up against just settling for the status quo and say, that is it. Pick up a book, pick up a pen, pick up your phone, pick up whatever you need and let your voice be heard. Show up in that workplace, doing that job you deserve to be doing better than this, and give your best. Look for ideas, look around, consider business opportunities. This is the moment to develop yourself. Go on YouTube, pick up any book, find anybody that is willing to give you the time of day, and ask them how they did it. Prepare yourself, because as this revolution begins, you will lead. You will break free. You will bring your freedom. And those of you that might say, I'm not so young, but I'm not happy with my life, I want you to take the spirit of 1976 and say, enough is enough. Stand up, take courage, and own your life. Because freedom, liberation is going to come from you. Happy Youth Day, everybody.